Hello everyone, we have brought you another exciting and helpful video on IELTS writing. In this video, we are going to help you write body paragraphs for academic IELTS writing task 1, that is report writing. So let's start. The objective of the report writing task is to present the visual data in the form of a short write-up. In the previous videos, we learned how to write an introduction and overview paragraph for task 1. If you haven't watched those videos yet, please do watch them. In today's video, our focus will be body paragraphs, which involve comparing and contrasting important features depicted in the illustrations. Writing body is a meticulous process and requires a number of well-executed stages. The ideal word count for both bodies should be 90 to 110 combined. The first 3 stages assist us with planning the report. Stage 1 is to make observations. In this step, we need to scrutinize details such as the theme of the data, such as the topic on which the data is presented. We also need to keep the years mentioned in mind and the number of entities shown. Then comes stage 2. At this stage, we select the most important features depicted in the visual. Remember, the data can be quite comprehensive at times. Remember, our job is to pick information that stands out from the rest. Common figures or values should be less talked about in the write-up. Stage 3 involves the distribution of data, especially when there is a combination graph question. We need to divide data between bodies analytically. Let's say we could talk about similarities in body 1 and differences in body 2 or vice versa. Either is acceptable as long as the writing is coherent. The last stage is where we actually pen down the data shown in visuals. On an important note, please ensure that you don't include any ideas or inferences from your own. No personal opinions or ideas have to be added. Just write what you see in the graphs. Hope you understood the stages well. We will perform a sample writing task using these stages for better understanding in a moment. From the stages, we have also learned what an ideal body paragraph should contain. It must have all the important features of the graph or table. Numbers cannot be missed. They must be compared and contrasted. Now it is time to write. Here is a sample writing task 1 with the subject on the left and illustrations on the right. Let's follow the steps we learned. Let's observe and understand the subject as per stage 1. The topic reads, the charts below show the percentage of water used for different purposes in 6 areas of the world. And our task is to summarize the information by reporting the most important features presented. There are 6 pie charts on the right which represent water consumption in 6 various places, including North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Central Asia and Southeast Asia. At the bottom, we have been given the key to the charts. The white portion shows the percentage of water for industrial use, the striped portion shows water for agriculture use, and the dark represents domestic use. We now have some basic understanding of the subject in this task. The next stage is to select information. As discussed earlier, we cannot report everything which is given in the charts. There must be some logical selection to fit in the report within the instructed word count. At this stage, our observation will transform into the scrutiny of the data. We need to turn on our meticulous eye now. Try looking for information which stands the highest and the lowest. Also figures which are similar or perhaps too different from each other. You may pause the video here to select such data which you might seem relevant to include in your task 1 response. Alright, now it's time to sort the data which we have selected. Many teachers recommend making 2 bodies in task 1 instead of 1. This allows each body to have a separate theme. Also, it eases up the reader's task. Data can be divided or bifurcated based on entities or items in the chart, or could also be on the basis of similarities or differences. Graphs that have data from multiple years should have time as a theme of their separate body paragraphs. To explain this, here for this given task, maybe you would want to talk about 3 places in body 1 and the other 3 in body 2, or industrial use for all places in body 1 and agriculture and domestic use in body 2. Whichever way you prefer, just make sure it is logical and strengthens the overall overall progression of your writing. The final stage is the execution stage. It is time to compare and contrast our observations and selections in their respective bodies. Here is a sample body paragraph for this question. Body 1 reads, "It is evident that Central Asia and Africa utilize water majorly for agriculture purposes, spending a staggering 88% and 84% respectively of their total water consumption. Conversely, Europeans spend a mere 32% on the same sector, which is the lowest of all." Body 2 goes, "Moreover, Europe and North America are the only two regions consuming water primarily for the industrial use. Central Asia and Africa are the lowest utilizers of water for commercial use, using a nominal 5% and 7% respectively. In the case of putting water to domestic use, South America bags the first place with 19%, whereas in striking contrast, Southeast and Central Asia stands at the lowest position with just 7%. With this, we hope that you got a fair idea of how to frame body paragraphs for Task 1 questions effectively. Before we end this video, a few points to remember. Make sure you plan by following all stages before sitting down to write the body. Selections are a must, since irrelevant information is not desired by examiners and could badly affect the task achievement parameter. Body paragraphs must contain the numbers or percentages given in the illustration. Use discourse markers where required. If you haven't watched the video on discourse markers, please do watch it. No ideas or opinions are to be added in the reports. Just write what you see, and yes, within the word limit. Hope you found this video helpful. We will be back with more such content for you soon. Thank you for watching.